That's right there. As close as possible. All right, here we go. Simplify expressions using the distributive property. We've talked about this last week, and we've said distributive property as well as combining like terms are two of the most important things we've done all year. Learning how to distribute and learning when Mr. Jones says distribute what he's actually talking about. All right, this is a situation right here where you need to distribute. How do I know? What signifies when distributing might need to occur?
X. Number outside of parentheses.
I got a number outside of parentheses. I got a parenthesis and I got a number outside of it. Usually to the left. 99 times out of 100 it's going to be to the left. One time it's to the right. It's still the same thing. All right, so what would we do if we were going to distribute that?
Multiply by the numbers inside.
No, you take 11
Yep.
times 12.
I like it. What is it? That's a big number. What's 11 times 12?
132.
It is. And then put an X next to it, right? Okay. And then 11 times what?
77.
77. There you go. That's distributing. So 132x plus 77. But what if this 11 times 12x plus 7 was part of a bigger expression? Like this one. So this is kind of where things might start to look familiar from the last notes. This time they put the distributive property thing in here. All right, when I see this, how do I know what I'm seeing with my eyes right here? Say my eyes are focused on what's inside of that purple circle. It's not really purple, it's really green. It's green, but to you it's purple. All right, how do I know that that is an expression?
The X outside of parentheses. I meant 11.
It doesn't have an equal sign.
Yeah, you're answering a different question. Still a good something though. All right, I know it's an expression because does it look like algebra junk?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, I'm looking at algebra junk with my eyes and I don't see a what?
Equal sign.
I don't see an equal sign. So it's a collection of just algebra junk inside of my little circle. It's an expression. What we can do with this junk is try to simplify it up so it's less junk, so it's neater. So it's like if your parents went into your room and they saw just a mess and they got mad at you, it's because it's junk everywhere. Because you probably got toys and Legos and you probably have Xbox discs and probably clothes all over the floor. And they're going to say, hey, clean up your stuff. Put it in piles, put it where it's supposed to be. So this is algebra junk. It's an expression. Expressions need cleaned up. That's what we call simplifying expressions, cleaning it up. The first thing that you will ever do on an expression is if you see this, Jacob, you're going to do what?
Times 11 by 12 and to 7.
Okay, and what's that called? Macy just
Three.
whispered it over there.
What'd you whisper?
Distributing to the camera. He said distributing. Distributing. But he said though, we're going to do this right here. So distribute. I underline the thing that needs distributed. So understand that there's something that needs distributed. Underline, and then what did we say this turned into?
132.
X
Plus
77.
77. All right, then we're done distributing. All those other pieces, all those other Xbox games and Legos and clothes that were on the floor are still on the floor. So just bring them down. So you still have that same 2 plus 3x. And you have this minus 4. Now I do need a sign right here. That's a 132 positive, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to just throw a little plus sign in. And now you have a new expression. So the first part of simplifying up an expression is distribute anywhere it needs distributed. And then rewrite it. The second part is called combining like terms. Put things together that go together. If you have x pieces, maybe put them together first. How many different x pieces are there? All right, 3, positive 3, and positive 132.
135.
135.
5. Oh, 5. Sorry.
The only other type of piece you have are these 3, which are all what?
Numbers.
Just numbers. And if you have just numbers, they don't have any letters with them, you just put them in your calculator. This is 2. Plus 77, what's that make?
79.
Take 5 or 4 away.
75.
75. Plus 75. And that's how we do it. So you must distribute first. When you're simplifying expression, what do you need to do first? Distribute, if you have a situation that calls for it. And then the second thing you do is CLT, which stands for combine like terms. I will say CLT a whole lot in this class. I will say, hey, distribute first, then CLT, combine like terms. All right, let's look on the back side and see something that you've never, ever, ever, ever seen before in this week.
I've seen this yesterday.
No, never. This is totally different notes. Totally different piece of paper. Why must be sharp? Sharpen this one too. And sharpen this one. And that one. This one.
Yeah, I got one too, Jake. Will you sharpen it?
Yeah, both of me.
Here, sharpen that one.
I'll get sharpened.
Okay.
Hurry.
Now you're on camera too. This is for some reason we think this is what we should do during notes.
That's going.
It's because you wrote so much on the first page that all our pencils got dull, right?
Heck yeah.
No,
I wrote my name.
All right, here we go. Here's an expression. Why do I know it's an expression?
don't have an equal sign.
It looks like algebra junk, doesn't have an equal sign. It's a messy room. It needs simplified. First thing that you need to do is distribute. You got a distribute situation right there. Now, what I want to point out is, what does this say?
Distribute -11, not just 11.
Yeah, if you went in here and you started distributing up an 11, you've done it wrong. That is not 11. The number outside is this number plus whatever sign comes with it. So it is negative. So circle -11. To remind yourself what you're distributing is -11. Did I circle it yesterday? Even though you've never seen this before?
Oh, no.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Oh,
I
you
didn't see
maybe.
it.
Maybe. Okay, what is -11 times x?
Negative 11x.
-11x. I'll do it right here. -11x. What's -11 times 12?
Negative 30.
-132.
132. Are you distributed? What happens to all these other pieces of junk?
You bring them down.
Bring them down. So bring down x plus 8. And bring down plus 2x. All right, now you have done distributed. All you've got to do is say, look, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. So your room is a little bit simpler, but you need to clean it still. You need to put together the pieces that go together. I see x. How many x pieces are there?
3.
3. That one, and that one. Is this 0x?
It's 1x.
That's 1x. If it was 0x, I would not write anything. I would just go 0x. If you had 0 Xbox games, I wouldn't go in your room and see any. You would have none. If you had 1 Xbox game, I'd go in and I'd see it. That is 1. If you want, if it helps, anytime you see an X, put a 1 left of it. Now you know it's 1. It's not 0. What is 1 minus 11?
Negative
10.
1 minus 11 is negative
10.
10. Add 2 to that and it's negative.
11.
Oh boy, we're stuck.
8.
It's not Monday morning, it's Tuesday morning. Negative 8x. Now, the rest of them are just numbers. 8 minus 132 is negative what?
Negative big number.
Negative big number. And that is specifically negative 124. I'm moving along. All right, here we go. We've got, this is an expression. How do I know it's an expression?
Algebra junk, no equal sign.
Algebra junk, no equal sign. The only difference on this is how many things look like they need distributed?
2.
2. Notice I've underlined them both right here. This one you're going to distribute a 2. What about on this one?
Negative 4.
A negative 4. So distribute a 2. What's that?
6.
And what's this?
2.
2. Circle the negative 4. What's this?
Negative 24.
With and then what's this?
Negative 8.
Negative 8.
Yeah.
What about that guy? Bring him down. Just bring him down.
Wait, would it be a negative 8 or a positive 8? Because there's
Oh, you're right. You're right. Right. Hold on. All right. This is negative 24. And then what's negative 4 times negative 2?
Positive 8.
Positive 8. So good catch right there. Good catch. All right, put your x's together first. What is 6x minus 24x?
18.
2 plus 8 is,
10.
plus 3 is
13.
13. That's not.
How did I do that?
Okay, try 1, 2, and 3 on your own. Try them. Try 1, 2, and 3 on your own. See what you can do with 1, 2, and 3. Remember, first, just underline if you want to, and distribute. First, distribute. Then, rewrite it and combine like terms. That's what you need to do. See what you get, and then we will check it here in a second.